Hi, Leo. Thanks for joining today for your July reading. We're going to take a look at where your energy is right now, and we're going to take a look at where what energies are coming in toward you for July, what obstacles you might be faced with, what action you might be taking to move toward things next month, and we'll get a final message from Spirit. So. Your energy right now, Leo, is kind of exciting. You're going through a bit of a change. I know that you're trying to make, some of you are trying to make a decision. It feels like a transition for me. For some of you, I don't know if it's a transition in your job, if it's a transition. I feel like you're changing a level, like you're moving up a level. That could be a spiritual level, or it feels like some of you may be taking a course or moving to another level of an education. Some of you may be uh, doing these things at home. But I definitely feel um, some uh, new inspiration coming through in your energy. For some of you, it's you're in that place of recognizing you're having that first feeling of really wanting to make this change, really wanting to you're feeling very, very inspired, or very, very motivated, uh, feeling this pull. You're feeling a pull to um, create something new. Um, and it's just trying to figure out how to go about it. A lot of times we're paralyzed just by the decisions of, oh well, how do we do it, and how should we go about it, and we're trying to line things up, and we're trying to be a bit of a perfectionist. And for some of you, I think that might be coming through. So what happens is that we become paralyzed and caught up in the details, and we lose sight of the big picture of what we're doing or why we're doing it, and that stops us from moving forward. So for you right now, I think that for some of you that may be the challenging energy that you have coming into you. Um, so for what you're manifesting right now, and what you are, sorry, for what you're most grateful. We'll get to manifesting later, but what you have either manifested in this last month in June, or what you're grateful for, what you've been celebrating, is that you're starting to find the courage and independence and a zest for life. And I know that some of you have done that. I know that this is something that some of you recognize that you need to do, that you're realizing that you are getting caught up in the details, and um, that you do need to kind of take a look at the bigger picture, remember why you're doing what you're doing. Or if you're questioning that, why am I doing what I'm doing? And you're being inspired to do something else, or to move forward with something else, or take on an extracurricular. I feel like some of you are taking up an extracurricular activity that you've been considering doing, that you know will bring you joy. And yeah, the test is do you have the discernment to know when to move forward, and when and what you should be moving forward with. So that's what's really catching you. And to help you with that discernment, it's going to be to spend some quiet time in nature, spend some time yourself. Whether you have to, I know I to be time who have trouble having time. I'm one of them. Okay. Um, Lots of times, if I can just get out for a drive, sometimes my son will just fall asleep in the back of the car, and we can just go for a drive and listen to music, and then it's great. I'm still paying attention to what I'm doing. I just am sort of having some quiet time. I'll turn the radio off and just let my mind be at a little bit of peace. So, but if you can do that, that's going to help provide you some clarity. Let's see what else you are. There you are. Thank you, Spirit. Let's see what else you are celebrating, or what you have manifested. So, yeah. So, again, they're talking about you kind of hit that spot where have I can see your decision here. I can see some of you that you're coming to this decision. Like I said, some of you have already here and you're taking some actions to move forward, and that's part of your celebration from the last full moon. But some of you, that was the awakening, and you're letting go of all the things that don't serve you. You're starting to have the courage and being able to stand up for yourself. And it's kind of like a test of faith in yourself. Do I understand that I can do this? Do I believe in myself? Am I my own advocate? Do I think I am capable of doing this? And yes, you are. You are. But I can tell you, or anyone else can tell you, you need to be able to take the time to look at these things yourself and make those decisions for yourself and be your own advocate. And there's a lot of uh, shadow work that you've been working through. Some of it could be some of you are working through temptations or potentially addiction or dependencies, any kind of, some of you may be having some shopping addiction. Not funny, I know. Been there, done that. Yeah, it's you're having some distractions, and what spirit is telling me, what I'm getting from this is these are some of the distractions that you're falling into to not take action on your goals and wishes. So you're having some of you are having these inspirations, but there's a lot of that self-talk going on in your head of, well, I don't know what to do. I can't move forward because of XYZ. I can't move forward. And then you get distracted. And the next thing you know, you're doing something that is not associated or working for you toward your goal. I'll tell you this, all of our energy should be like a living prayer. Our lives should be like a living prayer and devotion to our purpose. So, Spirit's asking me to ask you to say um, that everything I do is in service of my purpose. So they also want you to acknowledge that I know. They're telling me that say the words I know. I know who I am. I know what I am, and I know my purpose. And everything that I do is in in service of this divine purpose. Okay? So that's the message that's coming through from spirit right now. The only thing holding you back right now, based on what I'm seeing here, is your thoughts. Yeah, is your thoughts and the situations that you believe are holding you, the distractions that you believe are holding you, the things that you believe, and it's about that. It's about your perception, because you can't see really what's in front of you, because you have to get beyond this muck that is causing you all this confusion, because you have the want, you have the opportunity, um, the new beginning. You're calling it in, you're manifesting it. I'm seeing that here. You're calling in your new beginnings. Okay, you're bringing that energy in toward you. So what's happening is you're having a push pull, because you're calling in that energy toward you, but then it gets blocked because we're not taking action toward those goals. And we're distracting ourselves, or allowing ourselves to be distracted, and we believe that those things are out of our control to some degree for some of us. So um, ask your angels and spirit guides, or your higher self, your higher power, your most high, whatever that is, to help support you through this change, and to help you see clearly. But yeah, so I think yeah, I can definitely see this whole thing kind of laying out, and I think you guys are pretty amazing. The inspiration that I'm feeling off of this energy that you guys have, I just absolutely, I love you, Leo. You're wonderful. So, for July, actually, let's take a look at what hasn't served you um, in June. What you're sort of getting, what you're getting rid of, and what you're throwing out. What are you throwing to the side, or what have you thrown out in June? or what do you need to make sure you clear for June, before we get into July. So yeah. So it's coming through that you need to build your foundations. Okay. You need to make sure that everything is in alignment with your purpose. So your home life, your work life, your friends and family, your money, your health. Are you looking after yourself? In those the four pillars of your life, where are your foundations? I always visualize it like that. And you just need to make sure that those things are lining up for you. For some of you, it's an idea of perfection. So it's letting go of that perfectionist energy that everything has to be perfect. Like you have this vision in your head that this is the way that it's going to go, and it's going to go exactly like this, or it's not going at all. Or if something doesn't go perfectly that way, then it kind of throws you all off kilter and gets you all in your head again, that you're confused and conflicted, and feeling that sort of scramble. My head feels like there's like just a scrambling and a lot of chatter. Somebody's just worn right out with that in their mind. Yeah, and the belief that you can't do this. The belief that, like, I feel sometimes that you're getting so defeated and so bogged down with your negative energy, the distractions, the emotions that are coming along with all of this, that it's causing you to lose a little bit of faith with that. So just be reminded, like, if you get to sit with yourself, Spirit is reminding you that you do have a purpose and you are in constant contact with your most high, whether you think you are or not, whether you believe you are loved or not. Like, you are loved, you are so loved. That's what they're telling me with this. You are so loved and you are being guided. You just have to be open to hearing that guidance. Okay, great. And yeah, open to hearing that guidance, and just to be the leader, that the authority person in your own life, um to regain your ability to focus on the tasks and the things that you want, and not to focus on the things that you don't want, because like I said earlier, you're manifesting you're manifesting here, and you're bringing these new energies in toward you. So you need to make sure that you're manifesting the things that you want and not the things that you don't want. So no negative self-talk, no beating yourself up. You can acknowledge something that if you're not happy with, you can acknowledge it and then move on from it, but no beating yourself up on this one. So let's take a look at, since we're talking about the manifesting, let's take a look at July, and what energies are coming in towards you for July. What are you manifesting here? So Spirit, what is Leo bringing in July? What is Leo? What is Leo bringing in July? Yep. So you're going to move into that stage of absolutely um making that major decision to um change what's happening, or the direction that you're going, or moving forward. This is something I believe that you really want. For some of you, I'm feeling really a lot of passion toward this, and then it's kind of like you feel it's almost like a bit of a calling for some of you. For some of you, you know that it's just the right next step for you, or it's the right change. Or for some of you, this is a transition period, and it's the expected next step. It's like a I feel like some of you may be either graduating from either school or college or a position. You're graduating, you're moving from a junior role to a senior role. Um, and this is part of your challenge. This is coming through for you, and you do want to step into this in July. I see that you want to step into it in a big way, and you are ready to to do this. This is going to be part of an awakening process for you. You're starting a phase where you're going to become aware of some new things about yourself and new discovery. And you're going to be learning new skills, and you're going to be learning um, new strengths, and there's going to be new challenges. So this is an exciting new phase of growth for you that you're stepping into. So step into it confidently, be brave. Uh, Allow your emotions to come through and just observe them. Stay grounded. Go out for walks outside. They're telling me that a lot. So just get out. They really, I don't know if you're someone that likes outside. Because sometimes they'll tell me lots of things like go meditate and things like that. But going for this walk is going to be a form of meditation for you if you can get out in nature, even if it's just going out to your favorite park. If you can't get outside, if you just can kind of contemplate on something that is nature based and beautiful. If you have plants in your house, I feel like some of you have a lot of plants in your house. And yeah, so yeah, see if you can get outside, because that's going to be able to help you become more clear um, on what you're doing. So you're bringing in some new skills, you're bringing in that willingness to change, and you're ready for it. You're ready to take on some new challenges. I see you're going to be uh, making some changes in your health routine for some of you. For some of you, that's what it's related to. Some of you I see making changes within your home and the dynamics of your home and how your home is run, um, and how your finances are. It's, you may come up against some disagreements within this, but they should be over with quickly. If you're able to just not engaged, but just understand where it is and what you need, and to be able to speak your truth confidently, then you should be able to move through those pretty quickly. Any of those challenges, I see you really being able to manage that energy. And you've just jumping out. They're like, don't tell them this, tell them that. Okay. Yeah. You may feel that you have to be a bit strategic about what these changes are that you want to make. I feel like there is somebody, or there is some energy around you of somebody sort of watching what you're doing. There may be a little bit of jealousy that is coming in around you, where you're making all these awesome changes in your life, and you're really shining your light, and stepping up and being your own advocate and speaking up for yourself, and you're moving into this energy, and you're aligning. They're saying align with the new. So where you're really aligning with this new energy, yeah, there may be uh, some issues with that may give you a little bit of anxiety, but don't let that get through you. Anything that you have difficulty handling, just like I said, get out in nature and make sure that you're connecting with your higher self or your most high, and you will be able to receive the answers and the guidance and the calmness. They're saying ask for ask for the calm, be still in the storm. So if you're drawing in any kind of negative attention toward your success, don't focus on that. Focus on the things that you want, like we talked about. And the what I'm hearing is to be still in the storm. So what action are you taking to move forward? Let's take a look at that. What action is Leo taking to move forward in July? What action is Leo taking to move forward? There we go. Thank you, Spirit. Got 3 right off the top. Yeah, you're going into a bit of a mode where you know what you want, and it's like everybody else is doing this over here, and you're going to be over here. You're going to be like, you guys do what you want over here, but I'm going to be over here doing me. You're going to the beat of your own drum. This may bring you into a little bit of feeling of isolation. For some of you, you aren't going to mind that so much. For some of you, that may bother you a little bit, but just talk to your friends, family. Just be aware that through a lot of transitions that we have to make in our lives, we require, and we'll naturally do that. We'll naturally go into the dark. We'll naturally go into our own little cave and just kind of work through and process what we're doing, or just to get some really clear focus on what we're doing, because we know what we want and that's what we're moving toward. Um, yeah, just yeah, rest and relaxation. So this is what they're telling me. And that doesn't mean actually, like, for some of you that may actually mean like that you're resting, but I for me what I'm hearing in your reading, and I'm hearing from spirit, is resting your mind. Um putting your mind at ease and putting those negative thoughts away, and really really focusing on what it is that you need and that you want. You're doing a bit of soul searching and contemplation, and really kind of seeking and digging deep to the truth of who you are and your purpose here, and what it is that you want to truly accomplish for you, yourself, your family, your loved ones. Just and for some of you, you're really recognizing just that feeling of authenticness rising up in you. And I think that's what had come up in the beginning of the reading, is just your true authentic self is just emerging and coming through, and wanting to be realized in this 3D plane, in this dimension. So again, calling out to your foundations. If your foundations are strong, then you will be able to be in a more relaxed state, and rest your mind. Okay, and bring in that Queen of Wands kind of energy. Doesn't matter whether you're male or female. It doesn't matter. That energy is really embodying that courage and confidence and independence, and that really focused energy. So just bringing all that forward. And yeah, so yeah, and what you're moving forward with is you're seeing the okay, I see you see you're seeing the big picture. You're seeing this celebration. You're starting to see the excitement come through in July. You're starting to for some of you, you're in it, you're living it, it's happening because you've taken action and you've done these things. For some of you, you're seeing the light. You're seeing the light. I see the light at the end of the tunnel. But you're starting to see that come through, and you're seeing the big picture, and wow, this is what my purpose is, or this is what I could be, this is what I really really want, this is what's making me most happy, this is the joy that I'm calling in and manifesting into my life. So wow, that's just really really beautiful, Leo. You guys are I'm happy for you with July. This is looking good. Oop. So, and anyone who is, some of you are still working through those things, stay focused. We all have free will. So it's all about like what decisions we're making. Again, remember, none of these things are in stone, but the message is here, and the message is clear for you, that this discovery of self, this exploration, this excitement that you're feeling, that's coming in and rising up for you, that's real, and you can bring that forward more and more each and every day with the decisions that you make. So we are all the co-creators of our own story, and we have to show up. You got to show up. Okay. And let's take a look at the final message from Spirit for you, Leo. Spirit, what final message do you have? So there's father healing. So your personal power increases as you give any father related issues to heaven. So for some of you, that's going to be an actual father, husband, or any male figure in your life. But remember, we all have masculine and feminine energies. And so every single person has, and we're always trying to keep those in some sort of a balance. So it looks like there's some masculine energy either in your life that's in your outer world, but what I'm kind of getting for some of you is that it's in your inner world. So the masculine energy, there's an imbalance of masculine and feminine energies within your inner world, and the masculine energies tell us to they're the ones that are projecting the energies outward. And the feminine energy is more receptive. The masculine energy, if it's out of balance, you might find yourself that you're too focused on being goal oriented, or that you're putting too much pressure on something, that you're being too rigid. That can happen when there's an imbalance with the masculine energy. A lot of impatience. Um, yeah, you may be trying to force things instead of allowing them to flow, and force answers is what I'm getting. That you're not allowing the receptivity, the feminine energy, to allow you to receive your energy and guidance that's coming through to you from your own intuition. And what's happening is that you're really pushing that away and almost creating a block there, which is allowing you to spin in this cycle of confusion. Um, but confusion does not come from our intuition. Our intuition is clear, beautiful guidance that when you hear it, you know that it's true, and it's very, very calm. Confusion comes in when we're out of balance in these energies, and the ego kind of tends to step in and is barking at us. I say barking because ego energy is just always really it has its positive side, but it can be really adamant. And what are you thinking? Why are you doing that? And oh, that's stupid. And they can be a little bit of a bully um, in some cases, or be very convincing. The ego can really kind of have any voice that you want to, but I find that the intuition is going to have that very calm, constant. I call it a knowing. So you're going to have that knowing that's trying to speak to you. So just balancing that the masculine energies in your life, and bringing a little bit more of that feminine energy forward. And what that means, the feminine energy is receptive. I'll be open to receive support, open to receive self-care, open to receive any kind of positive energy that could be coming your way. Also, the giving and receiving of like nurture yourself, nurture a family member, whatever that balance feels like for you. Being creative is a great way to bring forward the feminine energy to try to balance out the masculine energies that are coming through. But what they're saying is, and Spirit is saying is, just wait. Don't rush. You're getting the wait card here, so don't rush into action right now. Bide your time for better results. So again, like we said earlier, we're not going to rush into things. We're always going to do our research and things like that. But um, uh, the rushing for me feels that it's really coming from the imbalance of this masculine energy here. That's really wanting to um, force things or move things along. Um, and they're suggesting they're sort of what we were just talking about. So the tranquility. So make time to relax, to be still. Okay. We just said that earlier because I was hearing spirit say, be still in the storm. So be still and enjoy your solitude, indulging in much needed self care. Okay. So thank you, Leo, for joining today. If you liked this video, please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the like button and let me know if I should continue with these videos. If you want to be notified whenever I make a video, just hit the notification bell. And I really hope that these videos resonated with you, and that they were that it was helpful, that this reading was helpful.